There is something strange happening in modern football. While millions celebrate greatness, while records are being broken, while history is being written in real time, some people feel absolutely nothing. Not hate, not love, just indifference. And one of the biggest examples of this is Cristiano Ronaldo. How can someone this successful, this famous, this dominant, make certain people feel completely disconnected? The answer is not football. It is psychology. The problem: we assume greatness automatically creates admiration. But human psychology doesn't work that way. In fact, the more globally recognized a person becomes, the more divided emotional reactions become. For every admirer of Cristiano Ronaldo, there is someone who feels, "I don't care anymore." And this isn't random. It follows predictable psychological patterns found in behavioral science and social psychology. Psychology explanation. One of the strongest explanations is something called narcissism backlash. Ronaldo is extremely open about his ambition. He wants to be the greatest. He studies himself. He demands excellence. He celebrates dominance. Psychologically, this creates two opposite reactions. Some people experience the halo effect. They see discipline, confidence, and success, and feel inspired. But others experience what psychologists call the tall poppy syndrome. When someone stands out too much or appears too self-focused, people subconsciously feel discomfort and begin to reject them. In many cultures, humility is valued more than confidence. So when Ronaldo displays extreme self-belief, some interpret it as arrogance rather than ambition. And that emotional interpretation changes everything. Not how good he is, but how people feel about him. Another major factor is sports fatigue and generational shift. Older fans saw Ronaldo's explosive prime, fast, creative, unpredictable. But younger fans often meet a different version of him, older, more tactical, less explosive. So their emotional connection starts at a different point. On top of that, many younger fans are overwhelmed by the endless comparison. Messi versus Ronaldo. Over time, this rivalry becomes exhausting. Instead of passion, it turns into emotional burnout. And when the brain becomes tired of a debate, it chooses the easiest response: indifference. Then there is brand oversaturation. Ronaldo is not just an athlete. He is a global brand. He appears everywhere: social media, advertisements, news, highlights, debates. And psychologically, the brain has a limit. When we are exposed to the same stimulus repeatedly, we experience habituation, we start to ignore it. So even for people who respect him, constant exposure reduces emotional impact. Familiarity does not always create love. Sometimes, it creates numbness. Real-life examples. Think about someone scrolling on their phone. They see Ronaldo scoring again. They see another record broken. Another celebration. Another headline. At first, it feels exciting. But after the 50th, 100th, 1000th time, the emotional response weakens. Not because the achievement is smaller, but because the brain adapts. Now it just becomes normal. Hidden insight. There is also a deeper psychological conflict. The me versus team perception problem. Football is a team sport. People emotionally connect with teamwork, sacrifice, and shared victory. But Ronaldo's identity is strongly tied to individual excellence, goals, records, personal performance. When viewers prioritize teamwork values, they may feel a disconnect when they see strong individual focus. Even small moments, like visible frustration when a teammate scores, can create emotional distance in certain audiences. Not because they are right or wrong, but because they interpret success differently. Practical psychological. What we see in Ronaldo is not just about him. It is about how the human mind reacts to extreme success. Psychology shows us something important. Fame does not guarantee admiration. In fact, extreme visibility can create emotional fatigue, comparison stress, and even subconscious resistance. People don't just respond to achievement. They respond to identity, familiarity, and emotional resonance. So when someone says, "I don't care about Cristiano Ronaldo," it does not always mean they dislike him. It may mean something deeper. Their brain has adapted, compared, or emotionally detached. Because in psychology, even greatness can become background noise. And that reveals something powerful about human nature. We don't just respond to success. We respond to how that success makes us feel about ourselves. And that is why even the greatest can be admired by some, ignored by others, and misunderstood by many. Not because greatness changes, but because perception does.